Most of you entrepreneurs stay broke, not because you lack the skills. You're broke simply because you're pricing for the wrong people. And in this video, I'm going to show you 3 key basic buyer types that all businesses tend to face. Not only that, I'm going to take you through how you get to position yourself so that you get to price for profit instead of pricing for the pains. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Allan, and I help solopreneurs price with confidence and clarity. Now, if at any one point you've ever attracted low, cheap paying clients, you've ever felt drained after making a sale, or you've ever lowered your prices just out of fear, then this is the video for you. If you watch it to the end, I promise you it's going to save you months and months of frustrations ahead of time. So without wasting much of your time, let's get started. First up on the list are the bargain hunters. So these are the how much can I get a discount type of clients you'll ever face in the business. What gets to characterize these people is 1, they focus on prices only. They want to have the maximum value out of the minimum price or minimum cost for whatever they have paid for in your business. If it is a product, they want to have the maximum value out of it. If it is the service, say you're a photographer, they want to milk you out so that they get to have the maximum from that tiny price that you've charged them. And then they don't get to even send in referrals. And maybe the last characteristic that I can give about these guys is that they are quick complainers. They complain at each and everything. They complain for not seeing the results. They complain for the service not working out in the first place. They complain about the colors. They complain about the branding. They complain about the messaging. Yo, if you ever face this kind of people, just assess the characteristics I've given you, and then you'll know that you're dealing with bargain hunters. Now, the situations where you'll get to even find that you lower the prices for them to get to make the purchase. And guess what? They won't even get to buy. Why? Because to them, it is not even about the value. It's not even about the transformation that you're bringing to them as clients. Yeah? Because for them, in their mind, they're already hunting for big deals. Who has the lowest prices? Who has the very minimum price that they can buy something? Yeah? It's not all about the quality. It's not about the transformation. But to them, it's all about the price. They only focus on who has the lowest prices. And the downside to this is if you're only serving these kind of clients, be assured that you're going to drain so much of your time, you're going to drain so much of your energy, and you're going to drain so much of your brand because you're going to spend so much time trying to explain things that don't get to matter to these guys. Yeah, you're explaining value, and to them it's not the value that they want. Yeah, you're trying to give in your effort, give in your energy so that you make them understand what it is that they're trying to buy. But just because it's not their main concern, you're going to get drained. Maybe a pro tip I can give here is that if your business is attracting so much of these bargain hunters, then it is not the pricing that is the problem. It is the positioning that is an issue. Why? Because your business and you yourself or your brand, you positioned yourself in a way that you're only getting to attract those types of clients. And that is it. So if you want to do away with this case, just adjust your positioning. Yeah. And later on, if you stick to the end of this video, I'm going to be giving you an activity guide that is going to help you assess or do away with such kind of people. Yeah. But for now, get that tip in mind. Adjust your positioning and you get to eliminate all of these bargain hunters. Second up on the list are the overthinkers. So these are the type of clients that take 20 weeks to make a simple tiny decision of whether to buy or not to buy. What characterizes these guys is that they get to ask 20 questions. And for the most time, these questions are even irrelevant. 2, these are the type of guys who will be like, let me first consult with my partner. Or they'll say, let me think about it. Yeah? And lastly, you might waste much of your time and engage with them, communicate with them, and they don't even get to convert after a whole long hassle. If you've ever faced with clients that have such characteristic traits, then just know you're dealing with overthinkers. And just as with the bargain hunters, these overthinkers also have a downside, more so to the businesses that get to deal with them. Yeah, and the downside is they get to make you question the kind of offer that you're providing. You find yourself in situations where you have to explain yourself so much. You have to do a lot of communicating. You have to do a lot of calls. You have to do a lot of call emails. You have to do engage with them so much, answer all the 20 plus 200 questions, and nothing gets to convert. Yeah? And guess what? For all of you who have ever run businesses, you know what it means for one not to have converting clients. For the most obvious case, it all goes down to having the right offer. And because you're not converting, you start questioning yourself and asking, am I really targeting the right clients? Is my offer really the best out there? Or it is the worst that can't get even to convert in the first place? But now, here's the thing. If you're facing with such clients, all you need to understand is two facts. And the first fact is their doubting is not your problem. In fact, these guys never buy. And when they make a slight mistake and they make that purchase, they're going to regret it for the rest of their lives. Secondly, do not build your business based on the pillar of trying to sell to hesitant people. Instead, build your business on pillars that you try to sell on people who want to be sold to. In fact, on people who are ready to take on the offers that you're trying to provide to them. And that being said, it leads us to that type of clients who are action takers. Before we even get down to the action takers, are you finding value in this video? Because if you are, please let me know by hitting the like button so that it spreads out to other guys that need this kind of information. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos just like this. Third on the list are the action takers. In fact, if you're running any sort of business in this era, these are the dream clients that you'll need to have. What gets to characterize these guys is one, they get to ask the right questions. Two, they know the value of time and speed. And lastly, they are ready to invest because they know the results or they know the outcome of whatever it is that they are doing or whatever it is that they are buying. And the reason I'm saying that these are the best clients every business needs to have is because to them, they don't need to be sold to. All they need to have is clarity. And you only give them clarity basing on the right questions that they get to ask. And for all the business owners, you know what kind of right questions I'm talking about. So get to give them clarity on the questions that they get to ask. After all, they are just asking a few right questions that are set for you. And when you do that well, you won't even have any sort of headache. Because in the first place, we say these guys respect time, these guys implement fast, and they send in referrals. Let me create a business scenario. You're in a gym sort of business. You try to provide guides on how to shred. So you set up your offer. You face a client A, give them that offer. They're sold into it. They ask the right questions. Boom, business done. So guess what? With the guides that you created, they go home and put in the implementation, put in the work, take action on whatever it is that you told them to do. You're going to see results. They themselves are going to see results because they trusted the outcome of the result, the outcome of the offer that you sold to them. They're going to put it in action. And when more people see that, oh, why is client A getting the result? They'll approach them and ask, what is it that you're doing? They'll say, I did this and this thanks to so and so who gave me this portion and now I'm shredded. And boom, you're going to have a referral because they'll be like, can you give us details to the guy who sent you that portion? Yeah. Quick, guys are going to give in your contacts and you have referrals. Yeah. So those are the dream clients that you'll need to have in that sort of business. And the good news is you don't even need to have like many clients. If you can only have about 3 to 4, 5 action takers as your business clients, then your business is going to grow from the ground to the top in a few time or in the few months of time. So a pro tip that is going to help you attract this type of client is your branding, your messaging, and your pricing should be positioned in the way that it attracts only these sorts of clients. No one else, nothing else. Now, if you're watching this and you even don't know what sort of clients you're trying to attract or what sort of clients you've been doing business with for all over the time you've been doing business, then this is the activity guide that I promised that I'm going to give to you. Now, the first thing or the first action on this activity guide is one, get to do a client audit for the last 5 clients that you go to have or for the last 5 clients that you served. Try and note down the following. Who are they? In terms of name, address, like their demographics. Yeah. 2, how did they feel after you working with them? Were they paying? Were they complainers? Were they thinking about it? Did they convert? Or they asked the right questions and from there they made the purchase. Any of this is going to help you gauge where they get to fall. Yeah. For instance, if they asked for the prices or if they asked for more discounts, then just know they're dealing with bargain hunters. If they said, I need to call my partner, I need to consult with this, I need to think about it, and they didn't even get back to you, those are overthinkers. And lastly, if they ask the right questions and made the purchase instantly, then just know you have action takers. And that is it. Yeah. If you can only even do this one action activity, trust me, you wouldn't even need to mind about whatever it is. You'll just go back and then implement on the pro tips that I've given you. That will help you eliminate, keep, and attract those types of clients that I've already mentioned earlier. But you can still choose to take it a step further and do this next action. Review your price and messaging. So are you trying to communicate transformation, or you're trying to communicate the prices? This is so important because it is going to position you in the way that what type of clients are you trying to attract? If you're trying to communicate pricing, just know you're attracting yourself bargain hunters. If all in your communications you're trying to communicate that transformation, then trust me, you're going to attract action takers, because to them, these guys are high impact and low maintenance, and they respect time, as we saw, and they're implementers, they're action takers, as we say. Communicate more of whatever it is that you want to attract. If you want to attract bargain hunters, feel free and do more pricing communications. If you want to attract action takers, then communicate more of the value. And lastly, adjust on your positioning. Yeah. So this is also key. Like every action is key, but each one is key in its own. So you need to adjust on your positioning. And the best way you can do this is to ask yourself one deep question. Who is it that you want to attract? Do you want to attract action takers? Then if you do, then you already know what it is that you need to do. Communicate more of the value. Do you want to attract bargain hunters? Then if that's the case, then communicate more of the price. But sit down and adjust. And the best way, and the other best way that is going to help you position yourself better is, it's not all about the communication, but even the pricing and the messaging. If your pricing is too low, just know automatically you're going to attract yourself bargain hunters. But if your price is somewhat higher, you're going to attract yourself action takers. Because to them, it's not all about the price, it's all about the value, which is opposed to the bargain hunters. And by the way, if you're ready to stop attracting the wrong clients into your business and want to finally start to price for profit, then I've got you set. All you have to do is just click on the link in the description and book yourself a one-on-one personalized pricing call with me. And with that being said, I'll get to see you in the next one.